We need music, Augustine. There you go.
There we go.
Hey everyone, it's cafe night. Okay, anybody hear any feedback? So we probably need to have somebody's mic unmute. Yay, better. Yay, yay, yay. Hey everyone, it's cafe night again at Entrepreneurs That Soar. It's Creative Chat Cafe. And we always are learning, right? So today we're getting so much better. And today my sidekick on Creative Chat Cafe is our business development coordinator, Augustine. He's right down in the peach land down in Georgia. Welcome,
Hey,
welcome,
everyone.
Augustine. Yay!
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, Augustine, are you ready for your first stint at Creative Chat Cafe?
I'm excited. A little nervous, but excited.
It's okay. There's nothing to be nervous. I'm more nervous than you are, if you can tell. But I kind of wing it, so we're gonna wing it. So
Hey, you
our
coming off
audience.
so well.
Yeah, there you go. So, folks, tonight, what are we talking about? We're talking about how to build your email list in 5 simple steps. So for many of you who do not know what Creative Chat Cafe is, or are still new to the idea of a hangout on air, so Creative Chat Cafe is actually a hangout on air show that we're dedicating to helping individuals and teams to market and manage their business virtually. So if you're looking to grow your business online, right, and you want to learn how to market and manage your business virtually in a virtual world, maybe you work with some team members who actually live far away, just like me and Augustine. I'm here in Connecticut and Augustine's right there in Georgia, so we do live in a virtual world. So this show is dedicated to helping individuals and teams to market and manage their business virtually. Our goal really is to actually provide cost-effective but high-impact strategies to help you increase performance and productivity. So let's get started, because today we're talking about how to build your email list in 5 simple steps. Again, before you forget, we have a hashtag, folks. It's hashtag CCC or hashtag Creative Chat Cafe. So you can actually go to our YouTube channel and chat with us if you have any questions. Our director, who's actually behind that logo, she's shy, so we excuse her. So we put her on the chat duty. And if you're on our Facebook event page, you can actually go to the event page for this particular event for how to build your email list in 5 simple steps. And Augustine will actually be my sidekick and check your messages later if you have any questions. So let's get started, right, Augustine?
Let's do it.
So, I don't know, Augustine, because, you're in business development. Have you seen, like, websites that, when you land on their websites, they have, like, an opt-in form where you fill your name and email list?
Yes, I have.
Right? Have you subscribed to any of those?
Multiple ones.
Multiple. Because why do you subscribe?
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, I have a lot of interests. I'm more of a techie. I like, getting the latest gadgets, or I'm an
You want to
iPhone,
get
Mac guy, everything.
information,
Yes.
right? You want free information, right? And you want to get updated, especially like, if you're shopping for technology, so you go to those websites, right? And it's like Black Friday. Hey, tell me that's on sale. I want to be on your email list, right? So, folks, tonight, some of the things we are always asking ourselves, as marketers, and for every business out there who is growing their business online, one of the biggest things, there's many ways to build your list. And when I say list, is basically, we are in business to make this money, right? And we have to kind of meet people, right? Augustine, you're in business development. You have to kind of meet people, interact with people, and build relationships, correct?
It's all about being personal. You have to have those connections, those relationships with people, and that's the only way you're going to get yourself in the door so they can buy your product or your service. You need to know them.
Absolutely. So in marketing and also in business development, we find ways of how we can get to our target market or our audience, right? And we always often refer this as the list, but there are many ways to actually build your list. So tonight, we're not going to talk about all of them because we'll be here forever if we talk about each and every one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're actually just going to talk about one simple step that you, if you want to grow your business online, that you can use is actually you can use email marketing to actually grow your list. And I'm sure, just like Augustine said just now, he's opted in. There's a form on the website, and then you can fill your name and your email, and then you automatically get on the whoever that person's list. So if they have free updates, they're going to give you something free. You're already in their list.
Mm-hmm.
So for a business owner, it's important, right, Augustine, because we want people to come to us, right, to get the free updates. Because if we have offers, we have, trainings, or we have workshops, you probably are going to be the first one to know, of course. Yay, right?
Yes, because there's like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
That's all right.
I was just saying that because you want those people to keep coming back. So if you want to get your message out about updates or new things that you want them to know, because they're the most loyal, because they've already bought your product before, if they already checked you out.
You actually mentioned something really great, that content that you just mentioned, the loyalty factor. That's a great mention, because that's one of the reasons why we also build that list because we want a targeted audience, right? We want them to feel special. We want them to belong, right? So we put them in a special list, because we want that target, that niche audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go through 5 steps, all right? They're not hard. They're pretty cost effective. I don't know if many of you out there are actually using, an email marketing system or app or tool. But if you haven't, I'd say not every industry would use an email marketing system because it's, because everybody else is using it. You have to, consider a few things too. But if you are, here are 5 simple steps for you to build your list, right? So number 1, I'm going to show you and share with you my screen real quick. Number 1 is add a pop-up asking for visitor subscription on your website. It could be a pop-up form, or it could be a regular stationary form. So this is what we call the opt-in form, all right? The focus is to get their attention into a form. There are different kinds of, forms. There's a pop-up, and there's also stationary. So if I share with you my screen, you can see on our website, we actually have, let me show you something real quick. Hang on. So if you actually see our website, we have this, what we call the opt-in form. So if you land on any websites, right, one great example is for you to create an opt-in form. So this is how you can also build your list. So if somebody likes the content and anything that you put up here, they want to subscribe to you, be on that special list, you can fill out the information. Another thing is what we call the pop-up. So the pop-up this is what it looks on the pop-up. We have the pop-up in our About Us page, if I'm not mistaken. What it will show is a pop-up. I'm not sure if we still have it. Duh. But anyways, what will happen is a form will pop up, and you can actually see that form, before you steer away from a different page, you will actually see it. So that's what we call the pop-up form. Not many people like to use the pop-up form, only because, it doesn't fit every industry. You have to capture their attention pretty, fast. So there's many ways of creating the the opt-in form. So that's the number 1. You can create, you can grow your list by adding an opt-in form on your website. All right. So so that's 1. The reason we want, just like Augustine was saying, people like to be special, and people create that so that anybody who wants to get updates will opt in. All right.
Yeah.
And number 2 is you can add so if people have subscribed, right, so through the opt-in form, right, What else can we do, right, to actually build that list? Sometimes people don't really opt in at the website, right? People will opt in an email. Did you ever get that? Like probably you've never subscribed on a website, right? But you do get probably, you subscribe through a different list, probably on the social media website, right?
And they
Facebook,
send you like relevant links, or you get like a
yes,
run.
exactly.
I mean, everyone's got that email that like you don't know how they got there, but you got it, and
Yeah,
it catches
yeah,
your eye sometimes. Especially like with Facebook, they know my tastes, they know what I
yes.
like and I don't like, or
There you
any other
go.
type of social media. I get these random emails, and a couple of them have caught my eye. After I've read them, I'm drawn to like the website, where they ask me to like sign in. So that's another way. I guess that's
Yes.
another way to get you.
And I think what's great about that is because there's a lot of information, there's a lot of content, right? So basically, sometimes you may not like the content the first time you saw it, right? But when you get something more specific in your email, probably like for instance, in our business, in Entrepreneurs Net, so we have different things that we offer: Creative Chat Cafe, Zaz TV, training workshop. So everything has its own opt-in form, so you might not opt in for Zevzaz TV, but when another email comes in, you probably opt in for Creative Chat Cafe. So when you find that content relevant to you, then you might find the need to subscribe, right? So we're talking about that email that comes into your email. All right. So what's great is if you actually have that system, the email marketing system in place, what you could always do is actually add a nice message, maybe like an information that is relevant or something that people want and need about your business, right? And then you can always say in that email, hey, don't forget, if you want to get more information like this, go and subscribe at this link. So that's another way for you to actually add, maybe in your newsletter, that opportunity to opt in again. All right. And number 3, if you have people who are subscribed to you and some are not, because there's a way for you to track it basically from your email system, however you have your whatever your strategy in building your your email list, right? You can go to a networking event and then get cards, maybe people, but we at Entrepreneurs Net Soar, everybody that we get on our list, we actually send out an email, getting permission to be signed up into our list, or we have a 2-step process that will say, hey, you just signed up, do you really want to sign up, so we send that confirmation. So we pay attention really to whoever wants to be in our list and who don't want to be on our list, right? So we separate those in different groups in our email marketing software. So we have to number 3, pay attention really to who wants to be subscribed to your email list and who doesn't. One example is, I'm a great, and I go networking a lot, Augustine, right here, and sometimes those people are not on my email list immediately, but when I meet them personally, they hand me my their business card, right? So I'll send them, information, and I'll say, hey, it was great meeting you, blah blah blah, and then I'll give them opportunity. Oh, by the way, you can watch this video, you can subscribe to our email list just in case you want to, more information about Creative Chat Cafe, right? So this way, if they don't opt in, I'll know who doesn't opt in because I'm paying attention to my email marketing list, right? And if somebody opts in, I also get that notification from the email marketing software. So it makes it really easy to track. So pay attention to, who is subscribing or not subscribing, and then create a strategy, a follow-up strategy for those who do not opt in. That's a great way for you to grow your list, because if they don't opt in the first time, that doesn't mean they don't want your information, right, Augustine?
It just means that you need another strategy. Like,
there you go.
It's all about segmentation. You just have to, like, the ones that don't opt in, they, maybe that particular strategy didn't reach them or appeal to them on that particular level, or they might not be at that place right now.
Right.
But eventually, you don't want to be annoying and just keep sending out those emails and not actually having people putting them on the junk list or throwing them away or just deleting them without opening them. You need to like balance it between not making it annoying and still getting your strategy out there.
Yeah. So one of the things, there's many ways to build that list. Of course, that email marketing list, right? So you have to pay attention to who's subscribing, who's not subscribing. One of the things that I've done, in the past that we've done at Entrepreneurs, so if somebody doesn't subscribe, that doesn't mean that they don't want your information or they don't care. Maybe they're just not ready for it then, And you're right about, we're not going to send more information like continuously, but at times you might see them subscribe from our social media, from our opt-in from our social medias, maybe in Facebook or Google Plus. So there's many ways for you to build that list. You just have to plan the right strategy for you. So make sure you pay attention to who subscribes directly to your email list on your website, or don't, or through your email that's sent out, like probably like a follow-up email. It's important for you to follow up with folks that don't subscribe. That's my personal opinion, because again, like I said, they don't necessarily don't want your information or the content that you have to offer. It's probably just not now, right? Probably you'll come up with a better content next time, and you might see them opting in from probably Facebook. You'll never know, right? So don't give up, but there's, plan a strategy to build that list, because it's important for you to think through your strategy. But we're just going to go through all the little steps here, because it might just help you think of, one more step that you can do to really grow your list, right? So that's number 4 is, if you actually, for instance, if you're a retailer, all right, who's thinking into growing your online business, right? One of the things that I've seen, I don't know if you've seen it before, like, when you go to like the retail
all the major stores. Yeah.
Yeah, like all the major stores, they'll say, hey, do you want to
your email address?
Right, give me your email address. We'll send you the next coupon, or we'll send you some sale in the in the next fall sale or clearance sale. You'll be the first to know. That's a great way to build your email list too. That's how all these major brands are doing it. So think about it. If you have a retail store of a brick and mortar, you might want to do that. Maybe run some kind of information, or you can run contests or giveaways that you can actually get those information. That's a great way to build a list. Okay, and then number 5, which is I think very important, make sure to create remarkable and creative content. So this year we've done a lot of videos. That's where we're going right now, and that's how we have Creative Chat Cafe, right? So it may not be for everybody, right, Augustine? Because but you and I know we have to provide good content, because otherwise people really don't want to subscribe to us or watch us. So we have to make sure that the content is good, and that's a great way to encourage people to subscribe, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't speak for other people, but I know that we are. Well, this is 2013. We do not live in a stationary world. I love colors. I love video. I love audio. I love other content aside from words and reading. Like if I see a long document from in my email box, I might start reading it, but I might be put off if it's nothing's drawing me to it. Like if there's nothing that stands out or calls me to it, I'm just like, okay, why am I reading this? And I have other things to do. So
that's so true. And you know what? In the marketing world, especially right now, especially as everybody's going into on the go. And everybody, is finding ways to just access information quick, fast, easy. Give me the bottom line, pretty much, right? And the survey statistics have shown that people are using this on the go to check out more information, and when they're on this, they don't really want to be there for a long time. So if you have content that is just creative and captures people's attention fast, they're gonna be interested in subscribing to your list, whatever it is, because somebody's gonna go oh my god, if you have a cooking show, for instance, right, they're gonna go oh, I like that recipe, that tip, so that I won't burn my fingers, whatever it is. Or maybe that egg peels better with salt in the water. I don't know what your tip is, but if you create creative stuff, people are busy nowadays. They only have, you probably have,
minutes.
yeah, probably less, like 5 to 30 seconds to really capture their attention. And if you don't have that, nobody really wants to subscribe to our list. And for our in order for our list to grow, you have to create something that people want. So that's a great thing to know. And did you have something to say?
No, I'm saying like back to your notion about like the mobile devices. It's funny because like today or like last week actually, I was reading an article like by 2015 or by the end of this decade really, we are going to have more people on mobile devices than actual like computers and laptops everywhere, because of everyone's connected, it's always on the go. It's a busy life.
Yeah.
Everyone has a busy life.
Yeah.
So you need if you want to reach them, especially with your email campaign and stuff. I mean, how many devices do you have or own right now that don't have email?
Yeah.
I mean, we even have fridges that get your emails at this point.
That's ridiculous. True. Very true. So folks, that's like some of the things that you want to pay attention when you grow your email list, especially. So if we were to kind of quickly review what the 5 work, number one, make sure you have some kind of an opt-in form. It could be a stationary opt-in form, but make it fun, make it like there's a reason for them to actually sign up for it, right? It could be a pop-up, right? So many people don't really like the pop-up because sometimes it's, annoying to some people. But here's my point. If you're a marketer and you want to actually capture them, the pop-up will work in some industries because somebody's going to go like zoom through all your content and they go like, they might have missed that opt-in form, that first opt-in form. So before you steer away, you probably have a reminder, and that's a great way to see the opt-in form. All right, and then number 2, make sure you have good welcome message or a great creative message in your email. So this way, if somebody gets your email, it's not all about text. There's a story maybe in there. All right, just make it welcoming and interesting, and then when they read it, it'll give them more reason to like, oh, I like this person. I didn't see this the other day. I might subscribe now, right? So give them a second opportunity. And then third, you want to pay attention to who is actually subscribing and don't subscribe to whatever your strategy is. Make sure you have a follow-up system to probably give them another opportunity to sign up to your list. It could be through your Facebook account, your Google Plus account, or maybe LinkedIn. You just have to create that strategy. So pay attention to who doesn't sign up. So this way you can actually create a follow-up to maybe they won't subscribe on the website, but they probably will subscribe to your LinkedIn group or your Facebook or your Google Plus. So just pay extra attention, and then you follow up for those who didn't sign up the first time. And then number 4, a great way to do it is actually to have some kind of information. If you're a retailer, or have a way to get their address by maybe offering free stuff, or I would say like free updates of the next sale, or that kind of information that is beneficial to the audience, right? Because they want to know all that. So then it's worth their time to subscribe to your list. And number 5, of course, the most important, I think, is create great creative content so that they find it, oh my God, I do want that information. I didn't realize it the first time. I didn't see it in the website, but somehow I saw it on their YouTube channel. No, let me subscribe now. So that's what we're trying to say, make sure you have creative content and something that people would want. So I don't know, do we have any questions in Facebook, Augustine? I'm not sure if people have any questions.
Well,
anything on YouTube also, maybe? I know Chelsea might not be able to talk directly with us, but maybe if she can send us any questions. I'm not sure if we have any questions on our YouTube channel. here's one thing for you guys to think about before we go. We're probably 1 minute before we go, right? So here's one thing also. I don't know. Do you have any ideas that probably our guests or audience can grow their list, maybe, Augustine?
Well, I mean,
Other than email, of course, other than email marketing.
it's all about getting your message out there. I mean, if it's like even like if it could, there are a whole range of options. It could range from like even direct mail, or even flyers, or even any form of advertising, just to get yourself in their minds so they can think of you. I was at a
Exactly.
seminar the other day about podcasts and how how that for this particular business, how that helped get the name out for their business. Because she was saying that because of you listen to their voice, it establishes that personal contact with them. That
relationship, right?
relationships, exactly, and that goes a long way in retaining people. Like it's just like your neighborhood mom and pop store. Like when you were growing up, you walk down the streets if you want to buy something, and you keep going back just because they have that relationship with you. And in this fast-paced world, anything that can establish those relationships is very important in like attracting loyal buyers of your product.
Yeah, exactly. And folks, if we were to sit down here and to give you ideas of how you can grow your list, there's tons of ideas. One of the things that I used to do when I was, when I did a lot of vendor tables, I had a business that did product, that was product based, like consumer product based, right? So one of the things that if you have that kind of business, what you want to do is if you're doing vendor tables, like probably like shows and conferences, a great way to, this is where I do not see people do, and I think it's such a waste of, it's such a shame because you forget, because you're all into trying to get people to the booth, you're forgetting to capture the information, right? One great way is to have them drop, their business cards. For instance, you can do a giveaway, a contest, or something free, right? You can drop there maybe a lunch or a $10 gas card, whatever it is. The most important thing is for you to capture the information, because if you have somebody stop by at your vendor table and then they walk away, you don't capture the information, then you've lost the opportunity to probably do business, right? Or for them to even get to know you. So I would run some kind of contest, have them drop their business card. That's a great way to build your list too, and you can send out the first email, and you get their permission. If they're interested, they would subscribe to your email list, and if not, don't put them on your email list. And that's a great way to build a list too. So
even if it doesn't even have to be business cards, it doesn't even have to be just business cards. You could have like a sign-up sheet. Like I remember like people who maybe they don't have the time to actually they have to move. I mean, they can quickly just offer them to just like quickly put down their email addresses, and then you can send them more content about your product or anything. It works.
Exactly.
It's all about getting that information, getting your information out there.
Absolutely. Folks, if people want your information, your product, they will do it. They'll sign up, but you have to make sure, just coming back to what kind of thing do you have to offer them, so don't oversell them, but you have to give them the value of what you're offering, because the value is what makes them want to subscribe to your list, so this way you get to grow your list. So folks, we're almost done. I just want to have a quick reminder to each and every one of you out there who maybe have forgotten, we are running a video contest, right? So many of you may have forgotten, on July 31st, Creative Chat Cafe, we actually showed you how to actually upload your videos to YouTube using your webcam, which is pretty simple, right? So we're thinking, hey, let's do a contest so everybody can send in their videos. So here's the deal. Send us a 30-second video, 30 to 45 seconds video of of yourself and who you are and your business, what do you love doing what you do, If you're the lucky winner, you get to be on the call with me on August 28th as our co-host, and you're going to be our rock star, okay? And we're going to actually announce the winner on August 21st, all right? Be creative, because we love creative. That's why we call it Creative Chat Cafe, folks. So don't forget, where you're going to upload this? To our Facebook page, all right? Or You can our Facebook page is Entrepreneurs That Soar. All right. You can also look for Google Plus page under the name Creative Chat Cafe. You can just upload there, and we'll have our fans help us decide who's going to be the winner. So we'll have you in an actual hangout like this on August 28th with our other co-star who's going to join us on that day, and you get to be a rock star too. So folks, we're done for the night, and I can't be much happier. Thank you so much. Thank you. Again, this is Wednesday night Creative Chat Cafe. Mugs up. Thank you folks for watching. We'll see you again next week. Next week is actually a great session because we're going to have a great social media guru who's coming on with me as my co-host. I'm going to talk about why it is important for you to have social media in your business today. We'll see you next week, folks. Bye.